Yeah.
Hi.
Hey,
Hello.
welcome back.
Didn't even plan that.
Serenade me, ladies.
Yeah, you've got it. We will be the voice of reason and just your voices today.
All right. I'm gonna say we're spilling the tea, but we're not totally. We just want to have
It's
like
a sip.
Yeah,
It's just a sip.
I like that.
tea.
Just the sip. Just the sip.
Just the sip.
Just the sip.
So
Oh
we
my gosh.
were chatting and Ash came in hot on the group chat and said, "You know what? Let's just have a sip this week and talk about one of our most memorable it's one of the most memorable experiences at Fashion Week, but really just the shit show it turned into with everything in between. While we love our fashion show experiences and our Fashion Week,
Yeah.
there's always a little bit of something there. So Ash, do you wanna start with this one?
Drop it in. Drop the tea bag.
Let's
Start steeping.
Okay. So we're gonna take you back to a time, September 2016, right? We decided
Yes,
it was
2016.
Okay, so
I don't think it was that
2016. Your girl just came back from maternity leave after having Rocco. So fresh after having Rocco, breastfeeding, the whole nine, hormonal, thrown back into Fashion Week, 4 a.m. call times.
Ooh, 4 a.m.
Yeah. Me, these two lovely ladies, and a handful of other amazing talent flown in, drove in, train in. I believe we were staying at the Gansevoort, living our best life, great team. So Fashion Week, I know it seems very glamorous. And while it is, it's a lot of hard work and it's a lot of chaos and it's a lot of constructive criticism and you're under a lot of pressure, right? I mean, truly, like, you have to execute some looks within 5 minutes and someone's screaming at you and yelling at you and they're getting their nails done, their toes done, they're getting their hair pulled back by like Vidal Sassoon, getting their hair dried and blown out. But it's great. You have a good time. You go to lunch, you go to dinner, and then you probably have to do another show or e-com look, or in our case, mind you, we're executives. All the three of us are executives for a corporate office, cosmetic company. We get called because it's the 21 Days of Beauty. Ladies and fellas, the 21 Days of Beauty. Most of the consumers out there know this. There's a hot ticket buy with some buy one, get one products, eyeliners specifically. And at the time, we worked for a brand that was known for said liners. Now, we had just had a 4 a.m. call time. Again, breastfeeding in between models. Not breastfeeding, pumping. Yeah, pumping in between models. I also had a not so lovely vehicle, a Nissan Versa that only stayed in a park and in brake mode if you put it in neutral.
Frightening.
And our direct report tells all of us after a 4 a.m. call time, mind you, it's like 11, 12 o'clock at this point, we're dead, emotionally, physically. You're going to get your butts in stores, and these are the stores you're going to sell these, sling these 50% off eyeliners. So we're all like hysterical. Me actually crying because I'm so hormonal and nutty. And I'm driving through Manhattan with Jessica and Briglio on my way to a northern New Jersey lovely clientele establishment to sling eyeliners. And Carly goes on her way to another store. We all go our separate ways. And we get to these stores, and girls, what happens with this amazing deal? What happens when we get to the store?
Oh, I know.
Caller, go ahead. You're live.
They're all gone.
They're all gone.
All gone by the time you get there. You know why? Because everyone knows about it.
Because by the time we freaking got there, it's 4 or 5 p.m. and they want us to keep us the store.
But they want the best part was just like, well, keep working and sell other stuff. Like
nobody wants it.
Wait, okay. But also, Jessica, what was the other kicker of the beauty steal. Was there a limitation?
Oh,
of
yeah,
some
it was
sort?
limited. And of course, like it shouldn't really have been limited. I feel like that is a store by store basis. Like if you want to sell the products, sell the products. But yeah, it was like you can only get 2. Limit 2. And then of course your numbers aren't your numbers because it's like they're
Plus
literally
50%
like
off.
50%
Net
off. So
sales.
it's like, well, stay till you make this goal. But I want to say we were hysterical, right? I mean, obviously you were
actually
crying,
crying
but like
tears.
we were
I
like,
just remember it being rainy. And I remember I was somewhere and Ash, you called me. Why did you call me? Do you want to tell everyone why you called me? In hysterics. Not
Yeah,
because we're
sure.
selling makeup, but because why?
Well, Jess, why don't so we finally hightail it out of said Ulta, and I'm hysterically crying, like, I just want to go over to my babies. My boobs hurt, they're rock hard. I just need a pump. And Jessica, what was your word of advice to me?
let's get out of here.
Yep. You put this bitch in neutral and let's get the hell out of here.
Yep.
And that's what we did.
We did.
And then I got into a car accident
And that's where I got
by
said
a cab
phone call.
driver.
Said phone call.
Yeah.
Said phone call to Carly. I get hit. I get rear-ended by a cab driver. And, you learn a lot when you live around or you work in Manhattan. And this was a learning curve for me. So I learned in Manhattan, they don't give a flying fuck if you're in a car accident. They actually asked if I was trapped under the car, if I was bleeding, or if I was stabbed. And I believe since I said no, I was on the side of the road.
Right?
For like
It took forever.
4 hours. 4 hours. We started drinking. We started doing.
Your Philly came out though. You were just like,
I got
you were ready to
real.
throw down. I was like, oh.
Yeah, there
The
it
hair
goes.
went back. The hair was back. I was like, this. Yeah, but no one came.
Yep.
And I was up a full 24 hours because then it was 4 a.m. by the time. Oh, because also that was the thing. We were out of budget. So I couldn't go back to the Gansevoort. I had to, right? Because I wasn't at the
Right, you had to go back
because I was
home.
local. I was local. So
Yeah.
remember HBIC at the time said, oh, no, you're not staying because you don't have a per diem for food. So I had to drive all the way back to Philadelphia, like delirious, pumping the tits,
Rear-ended.
Carly style. Listen, Carly's a pro pumping the tits in the car. That wasn't my thing.
That was just like, it was stressful. And then I remember I got hives and I literally was convinced that there was bed bugs. I was like, you guys, I'm like, not to alarm anybody. I know we're in a very nice hotel, but I'm like, check out this rash I have on my body. And you were in my room, Ashley. You're like, what do you mean? And I was like, no, like literally covered in these hives that I was convinced was bed bugs. And I was like, we're going to sue. This is crazy. And it just ended up just being the stress of
but you know what's funny, Jess?
events.
I just feel like you don't show stress.
Who, me?
Yeah, like I feel like
you do play it cool.
Yeah,
your
like,
body showed it, but you like
right. Like you're like show it. Like you see it all over my face. You hear it. You see it in the way I
feel like Matt would tell you otherwise.
Well,
maybe I'm just really maybe I get the Academy Award.
Have that.
Full psoriasis breakout. Who knows? I guess I'll take that as a compliment. Thank you.
Yeah. But no, I remember that. I remember. I mean, I think we always, I mean, specifically then, but always had to cram in, literally, like, oh, you're here.
Mm-hmm.
Like, what else can we do while you're here? And while it's like, all right, I don't mind hitting a shoot.
Do an event at Soho. Go do an event
Times Square.
Yeah, bro. Like,
no, girl needs a nap.
Wait, but remember when I was like super pregnant? This is before I even went out on leave. When homegirl flipped the lid on the boss lady and just jumped out of the cab in the middle of Times Square, and she was flipping out. And Jess and I were like,
yes.
We were like, what? And she just left, flipped out.
Oh, yeah.
And we had to carry everything from this event. We had to carry all the like marketing material, the chairs, the kits. And I'm not even kidding. Because remember, we were joking around that it was the gay prom because we had our friends with us. And we were like posing at the pictures and stuff. And I'm like, I'm not done with the prom. Like,
Yeah.
It was,
It was
dude,
something.
next level. Yo, I'm not even kidding. I can't even remember some of the stuff that happened. Wild.
Fashion Week is sometimes just a wild
Wild.
train ride, if you
It's
will.
emotional. Like I remember too, like Carly being back in like, Miss Mentor's room and coming up with looks, and she would come. I'm like, that's so cool. She gets to do that. Carly's a part of the artistry, and she'd come out all like frazzled and like, I'm like, why? What happened? And she's like,
because I had to
To
make
make
the
it-
names up and do the face
Yeah.
charts, and I'm crying, haven't slept
Right.
in hours.
Or you're sent to said celebrities' rooms and they open the door and they're naked.
Oh, yes.
How about that? I won't disclose anyone's name,
No.
but I definitely was instructed to go and do someone's makeup. They were into health. So they're like, hey, bring a shot of whatever from the hotel that we were staying at, which this time was the Dream.
Oh,
So
yes.
I got like some cute,
nice.
like, I don't know, green alfalfa sprout number, and I bring it up and I knock on the door, and the woman answers literally buck naked. She's like, oh my God, come on. She's like, what do you think of this outfit or this outfit? Oh my God, hold on. Like, and I'm like, got my kid. I'm like, what's going on? So
I
that was
remember
great.
that. That was a good one.
Priceless experience, though, right?
Just another day at the office,
Right.
doing your thing.
Not mad at that.
Requesting Candy Rain in the bottom.
You're going to the Dream. Know you're there for a party at night.
Yes.
In the lobby.
In the lobby. Plus, they have a giant rooftop bar upstairs. So it was like people were waiting to get up there, but then there was a party downstairs. Like,
I mean, I don't know if it's still like that post-COVID.
I'm sure it is. Remember, like Carucci walks by. We're all like, what?
Okay, now that we just like talked about our wildest, well, that probably wasn't our wildest story about Fashion Week, but our shit show of a day where we had to do Fashion Week, then drive to stores and sell 50% off top selling products that were gone by the time we got there, and then go back and probably do another show or shoot. Why don't we tell our subscribers what we love about Fashion Week?
We're all like,
I'll go first.
No, I'll go first. I mean,
you go.
I love a couple things. I love the energy, even though I think that point in time, like I think we learned so much at that part in our career, and like that's why we can also work fast, because I did not work that fast until I did Fashion Week. So we learned so much. I like the buzz, like I like the energy, I like the being together, and I love seeing other people, like every season, like artists, hairstylists, nail artists, like models. You're like, what's up? Like, how you been? Oh, I haven't seen you. Like the reconnection, you all totally get it. Like everyone's in black. Everyone has a huge black suitcase or Burton bag, and everyone looks exhausted, but you're all like, we're here. And I don't know. I just like that, like that reconnection and the creativity piece too, like seeing it all come together. I guess
and then seeing like your work. Like I love like actual, like after, like you do it and it's like frantic, and then after you're like, oh, that was so good and fun.
This is so good. And it makes sense. You're like the music, the hair, the makeup, the clothes, of course. You're like, oh wow, they really did.
It is super fun. But I will say, like, like before you ever did it, it was like, that's like, I think most makeup artists like want, like, that's like bucket list. Like, I want to do Fashion Week. I want to do editorials. I want to do like, and so then once you kind of like get there, and I think it wasn't like you're coming in and we're doing like one show. It's like, no, you're there for a week, and it's like show after show after show. You're here, you're there. And it's like a constant hustle and bustle. Like now, if someone invited me to come in and do a show, I would probably be like, go fuck yourself in the nicest way. Like, I'm not like, that's like not in my wheelhouse anymore, because it's like, no, I've kind of been there, done that. It was a great experience. I loved it, but it's like, I don't feel like waking up and hauling my stuff, and I just
see, I'll do it now.
Now I'm like old and crotchety. I don't know,
but I'll do it now. But you know what the best part is? I roll in,
and you get to go home,
and then I leave, and I say, like, I don't.
Yeah. You live closer.
Yeah, it is close. It's different. I go in and out, right? Like I don't.
Yeah.
Ash, what do you love about it? If you had to pick something,
honestly, I mean,
shut up. You love it.
No, I do.
Don't act like you don't love it. You love it.
I do.
Look at her.
I'm like a combination of the two of you, where that whole like seeing all the artists and the hairstylists and the people you haven't seen since like spring or autumn or, you know, whatever season you had just done prior. It's always great catching up and then going out for like brunch, lunch, dinner, like whatever you guys wind up doing. It's great catching up. And like Jess said too, doing the looks. And then I mean, listen, runway's cool. I love a presentation, and we've worked with some amazing female designers that is just known for her whimsical presentations. And
It was pretty
they,
epic.
they take your breath away. I mean, guys, these shows or presentations that we've done,
Oh,
you've seen
next
them.
level.
They're all over Allure, Vogue. They're flooded on social media. I mean, we're just trying to like not name drop here, but it's so freaking cool. And to say you're a part of that, and also too, when the designer comes in, I mean, we've, you know, they've tapped us on the shoulder and been like, I love that, or like, tell me more about this. You know, you've seen the designer walk in and you've had conversations.
Get out of my way.
Yeah, or one of those. So we're like, who's painting on my liner today? You know what I mean? Like, you know, doing the designer's makeup.
Yeah.
So there's a lot of good stuff. And I just honestly like being with you guys and stuff. You know, that kind of was like the dynamic. So for me, Fashion Week, like, is just like family. I don't know.
Yeah, well, because I feel like then too, it was like such a family because
Oh,
we
100.
worked on the same team regionally, right, together, like on the regular. So like for us, it's like field trip. We all get to be together, like in person, you know.
Yeah, but like everybody, like there was so, and like you think of it now, everyone's kind of gone on to do like all these other things, but yet we're all still connected,
Yeah,
which
it
is
was
really
definitely
nice.
such a team time. I don't know if it was, I don't know what it was, but there was definitely across the country, like just such a team
Yeah.
environment. Ash, I wanted to say too, what you brought up about like the presentation. I gotta say, in my more I don't want to say mature age, but in my mature years, my more adult years, I gotta say, I have such a bigger appreciation for the production now
Yeah.
of like we were in it and like of course we were in all of it, but like now when I see even like when I go to museums or things like that, but like the production, you're just like, I'm almost like, wow, who concepted that? And who actually built that? Because it looks
And
amazing.
I'm sure that, I mean, I'm sure that was like,
Oh,
these were elaborate.
I remember, I'm like, should I bring one up? I mean, there's like two that stand on my head.
That fairy tale one.
The fairy like
Snow White.
in a glass
I
case.
mean,
Rapunzel?
Yeah, but we all right, let's just talk about her.
epic.
Rapunzel,
It was
like
encased in glass with like a crystal apple. Like,
oh my God. And then there was like, and it was the smallest space ever, but you could somehow still walk around. And then you look up and there's Rapunzel and her hair. I have a picture and it's this braid literally all the way down. She's probably like
20 feet long.
Yeah, yeah. It was.
what about the presentation where she did the 70s subway?
I was just gonna say the subway was
subway.
so cool.
Oh
So cool.
my gosh. I still listen, if you want to know who it is, just go to any one of our Instagrams.
You'll find it.
I'm not telling you, but you can figure it out.
Yeah.
Oh my
Now you have to
goodness.
go follow us. Maybe
Yeah.
Follow.
maybe we'll put on the gram just a picture from it.
Yeah.
Like a on our
Ooh, do like a little teasy reel.
Oh yeah. Yeah, a little
Like a scavenger hunt.
So, well, that was fun. I mean, I love a good little trip
Remember
down
when?
memory lane. Yeah, because
Yeah.
it just brings us back how we all met.
Do you remember when we almost ran off with the circus and the trapeze?
Yes,
my
do you know
gosh.
that thing came up recently and I was like, oh, I
Remember
forgot we had that.
I was the
fun-
only one that couldn't do it.
What? Why were you prego?
No, I just couldn't get my legs up. I just
Were you
didn't have the core
No,
strength.
couldn't lift the leg.
No,
I
just couldn't
could
happen.
swing, but I couldn't get my legs up to swing upside down. It's the core strength. Never been my
It's
strong point, but
I was ready. I was ready to Ringling.
Oh, you were
Feather,
gone.
Barnum and Bailey's. I was like,
damn, it was fun.
bye.
Yeah.
call me.
All right, listen, we got to wrap it up, but we of course will finish up with our product of the week, and this time we're
Ooh.
going beauty again, and we are going I'm like this
Yeah.
lashes mascara.
Ooh.
great. So I have got the L'Oreal Voluminous Original, but in burgundy. Yeah, it's burgundy. I'm obsessed with it. I have it on now, but I forgot how much I liked it. And guys,
She's
it's
so amazing.
inexpensive and just makes an impact, right? Like I know Ashley, you were talking before about like a little bit of blue, but I mean, add a little
It's so
burgundy.
good for blue
Not
eyes
ready.
or light eyes.
Yeah, I love I mean, a colored mascara is just a hint of color on any eye shade, honestly.
I love the L'Oreal Voluminous though is so good. And then they have a dark green one.
Yes.
Gorgeous. A blue, and then they're black, and then that color. Like I have all of them and I love them.
It's a great way to add a little something different if you don't want to like commit to a shadow or a liner or something.
1000%.
All right, that's mine. Who's next?
So I am a super fan of the Smashbox Super Fan Mascara. And I have to be honest, I'm usually not a synthetic brush girl.
Okay.
But this guy is like, I don't know if you can even see.
I can kind of see it. Yep.
But it's really good. It's lengthening, light volume, but it's like that perfect wisp. And it's so black and you can layer day to night. I mean, I just constantly am adding mascara, like mascara and blush. Just
who knew Smashbox still had relevant items? That's just side note on that.
Yeah, I haven't looked at their stuff. This is now we have to check it out.
All right. Yep. Well, I'm going coming in with a bang. Yeah, the bad gal.
Oh, benefit.
Yeah. So what
benefit
I like about this, I'll let you see this. Like it's kind of like tapered, but it also has these like really
nice.
pixels. I like two on this one that you can literally just like pull up. What I don't love though, I'm gonna be perfectly honest with my review, is that it can get a little bit on my lid. So I do like to like just tip it with another mascara that kind of like locks it in. But I like that how much like lift you can get with it.
Yeah.
And the like it's like very flexy.
Yeah, I love that. Those are great. And mascara, easy to add in, easy, always just throw it on, open your eyes up, give you a nice bright.
I mean, you should always have like a mascara wardrobe though. I mean, tell me you don't have like 1,000.
I mean, listen, yes, we do, but maybe some of our listeners don't. So just, give it a little tip there.
I'm sure they do.
I have about 6 sitting right here.
I mean,
I have two of these like on hand at all times. If that says anything about the mascara.
Now we're gonna have to check it out. Jess, we're gonna have to go on a Smashbox shop.
And now I gotta go back to Ulta and figure out what I don't need.
All right, guys, thanks for tuning in. We will catch you on the next episode. Make sure you like, subscribe, and all of our stuff will be linked in our profile. Bye.
Bye.